What's up? What's up? What's up? You guys doing great today? Doing great? Doing great? Awesome, 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 awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up so I can check out your questions and things. If you have some here from the beginning, go ahead and ask me some questions. It's a beautiful day for music. It's a wonderful day for sound. Day 5 here of our workout and chit chat live sessions. It's been a great week here. I've gotten a lot of stuff done. Hopefully you guys have been I guess having a productive week. I know a lot of people have gotten crazy bored. It's been a lot of sitting around, and then people a lot of times after that will figure out some good things to do. So hopefully we're in it. Make sure I have this business situated. I'm drinking some coffee here today, or was what I like to refer to as bean water. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I have a huge hot water heater, literally like right here, 6 or 7 feet from me. That's crazy loud. How do I like my coffee? Not the way the real coffee drinkers like it. So in here I put some little chocolate morsels, and I have some creamer and sugar. So it's a lot of stuff, and it's pretty light. It's like not dark anymore. It might as well be like a dessert drink or something like that. Been extremely bored, but we recently moved houses. Oh, okay. So we've been working a little. Yeah, one of the things that gives people and animals purpose is just having stuff to do, you know, whether that's school or work or whatever it is. Luckily for us, we have a hobby, a passion, that's music. So that's awesome for us. Oh, cookie chunks and honey. I've never seen that before. Cookie chunks. Okay, I've seen people that did honey, but not necessarily the cookie chunks. So I might have to try that. What type of cookies do you normally put in there? That's very interesting to sort of check out there. Things. One of the things to do when you're bored is just try to, even if it's just writing your own kind of licks, or writing some of your own music, or even if it's just like sitting and coming up with concepts for shows and things. That'll be really cool. Okay, yeah, okay. I might have to try that then. Do you just dip your cookies in there, or do you? Okay. Huh. Okay. Nice. 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 I'll definitely have to hit that up then and things. Oh. So today, yeah, we're gonna get a nice little workout here. We'll start off with some clapping, and then we'll jump right into some handsy things and whatnot. So let's do it. Starting with just our palms together, just in case you haven't done this before. For the record, there are some people who actually keep their whole arms together when they do this. And then some people, it doesn't really matter as far as where their elbows are. I do it with a sort of relaxed elbow, but you can do it either way and things. Let's do it. 1 and 2 and ba 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 boom kick it boom tip boom kick it that boom pack the boom that boom kick it do the claps up kick the boom that boom kick it the clap up kick it boom that boom kick it the boom do the clap. Now I know. Now I know. Do the claps. Do the claps. Do the claps. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Shake out the puppy. Shake him out. Shake him out. We'll get just some nice regular 8s. I'm gonna do 1 measure per hand, and we'll kind of see where we go from there. So starting on the right hand, just good old big open 8th notes. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And ya, da dee ba ba ba, left hand. Ha 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 ha, right hand. Left hand. Beautiful transitions. Nice open relaxed notes. Hey 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 hey. Nice relaxed shoulders. Beautiful even breaths. Yes. Ba 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 ba. Bow 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 bow. Ba ba bow bow down down. That's the dot dot. That's the dot. My bad. Beep bom ba beep bom bom. Beep bom 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 bom. Yo yo. Beep bing beep bom bom. Bop beep bop. Ba da da beep bop. Ba da bom bop. Dee da dee da. Den dan dan ba da dee da. Dee da 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 dee da. Yes, nice, just open notes. Nothing too straining, nice and relaxed. If you're a new sort of traditional player, you don't really have to extend it that far back. Do what you can do that sounds good, that feels good. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and stretch it on back there. Nice open notes. Ba 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 da 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 Speed it up just a little bit. Dum da dum dum da dum da da dum da da dum dum da da dum ah 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 speed it up, dee 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 dee, da 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 da, da da dee 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 da 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 da, dee dee beep 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 da, yeah, yeah. Slow it down. Paradiddles. Nice, beautiful 2-height interpretation. A little faster. A little faster. Hey, hey, the boom, hey, boom, 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 hey, boom, boom, hey, the boom, hey, boom, 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 the beat, the da 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 ba da 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 ba da ba ba da 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 boom, the bum bum bum, the bum bum bum, the bum bum bum, dum dum dum, the dum dum dum. Dum dum dum, the dum dum dum, the dum little faster, dum dum dum, 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 come cut boom, come 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 slow it down, yeah. Boom, 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 ba ba ba, boom, boom, Three and two and one. Hey, 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 stop. Boom. Oh man, I love drums. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How are your hands feeling today? How are your hands? How are your hands? Check in. Let me know where you guys are from. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna hit up the first round of questions / comments here. Do I have any hybrid rudiments that I've written? No, I haven't. Welcome, Jake, by the way. Some of you guys have weird names. I don't know how to say this. XZ4VI3R. Just got back from watching yesterday's chit chat. Awesome. Yeah, it took YouTube a super long time to post it. So you know, a lot of their workers are at home, so a lot of glitches are happening within their system and things. So I think yeah, it went up super late last night, or I guess this morning and things and stuff. Nobody, what's up? What's up? The eights don't stop. Please don't stop the music. 1988 Wild Child. You love it, you love it, you love it. Been practicing with your videos since lockdown started, and I can see a big progress. Awesome. Hey, that's why I'm here, is to help and to be a resource for people. The Beast, what's up? There's the Beast, and then there's a goat that's in here. So hats off to both of you for being awesome. And things. Good morning, teachers. Greeting from Mexico City. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. I love Mexico and South America in general, by the way. What's up with the two? Vibe is too strong. I know it happens sometimes, and it happens. I like music. Triplet exercise with flams. Ooh, we can do some triplet grid and stuff here today. Yeah. It's your birthday. Welcome, welcome, Wild Child. Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. That was too much. That was, Yes. Can I create a stay home lick? Maybe so. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see and things. I have been sort of coming up with a few different ideas for my Learn This Lick series, and once well, it's my intent when I first started them to just go to 10 and then just to kind of let them sort of stay and things. Mm, but recently I've been thinking maybe like for the next 10, like 11 through 20 or so, I would actually have for real like a backing track to go with the actual lick that I wrote. So I'll teach the lick, and then the payoff would be to actually play it with some sort of backing track or whatever. I still haven't figured out if I want to do that in the same video or if I just want to have a separate video with just playing the lick at a few different tempos with the track, and then the other video would be like a teaching sort of video. By the way, I do those things for two particular reasons. Reason number one is to show, especially new teachers, how to break down things and how to teach. Reason number two is to show, especially players, the things that I guess a little bit more experienced players think about when they are learning or trying to push and pull those little micro pulses within there. A lot of people can stay in time, but not a whole lot of people are accurate within the beats that happen in between the beats and being able to play space. And then thing number two, within that, as a lot of percussionists, especially I guess rudimentally based percussionists, have a hard time with phrasing things and understanding why things are phrased a certain way. So that's why I try to explain some of that stuff in here. So awesome. Hey, thank you guys for checking in. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. It helps out the algorithm. Woo, woo, woo. I'm gonna get some coffee, and yeah, let's play some flams. We'll play some flams. If you guys have any other suggestions of things that we can play, we'll go ahead and hit that up. Let's just do flams sort of two ways here. We'll start off with playing just regular old flam accents, right? So blee boom boom, blee boom boom, blee boom boom, blee boom boom. And then what I'm gonna do is just move that accent to the second note. So flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam, flam, Then I'm gonna move that to the third note or the third partial. Flam, 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 flam. And I'm just gonna start that nice and slow, and then we'll actually take just that as a rhythmic progression, right? So we're not, by the way, a lot of people will call this gridding, right? When you have a certain type of pattern and then you move the accents around, or you move whatever the ornamentation is, the flam, the diddle, the buzz, whatever the thing is. And then a lot of people will put it in a 4-2-1 sort of pattern where they'll play something for 4 beats, they'll play something for 2 beats, and then they'll play something for 1 beat, right? Just to kind of mix it up and things. So for right now, we'll just do everything for 4 beats. We'll start it nice and slow, kind of old school, open to close type thing, right? Let's do it. 1 baby, 2 baby, hey baby, and flam, flam accent, 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 flam accent. Keeping those actual accents nice and relaxed. Hey, 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 not squeezing any for those accents. I'm just turning back with that wrist. Boom, back, boom, back, boom, back, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, bo, bo, ba, bo, bo, ba, bo, bo, ba, bo, bo, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, flam accent, beep, boom, beep, boom, beep, boom, beep, ba, 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 boom, 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 ba, 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 boom, 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 ba, 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 boom, 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 ba, 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 boom, 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 ba, 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 boom, 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 ba, 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 boom, 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 my bad. Ba, So hopefully you got on with that business. Somebody said, didn't I do this the other day? We did the one that we actually moved the flam. So we did this one, the flam, 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 right? So it's kind of just a slightly different way of gridding the things. What we're doing here is keeping that, we're keeping the accent in the same place, but then, well, we're keeping the flam in the same place and removing the accent. So we just kind of did it the opposite way and things and stuff. So yeah, hey, so let's just add some cheeses to that and let's take the same kind of progression, yeah? If you don't know what a cheese is, it's just putting a double with the flam. So it's just putting a double on top of the flam. Flam, left, that kind of thing. We'll start it right at that tempo, yeah? Ta-da-dee-dee, ta-da-dee-dee, ready and go, yeah. Pa-pa-boom, boom, pa-pa-boom, boom, pa-pa-boom, boom, pa-pa-boom, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-boom, be, boom-boom-boom, be, boom-boom-boom, be, boom-boom-boom, be, pa-pa-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, hey, boom-boom-pa, hey, boom-boom-boom, ha, boom-boom-boom, ha, boom-boom-boom, ha, boom-boom-boom, ha, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, ba-ba-boom, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-pa, boom, boom-boom-boom-pa, 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 pa, my bad. Tapa boom doom, tapa boom boom, tapa boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, boom 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 pa, papa boom boom, papa boom boom, ta ta dum dum. Yes, da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da da dum ta da da dum ta da da dum ta da da dum ta ta da dum dum ta da dum dum ta da dum dum ta da dum dum da da ta dum da da ta da da ta dum. Cool. I'll just answer this question for Tim the Man. Welcome. First of all, Tim the Man. I use this is the company is Vic Firth, and these are the Roger Carter signature sticks and stuff. If you don't know about Roger Carter, he teaches at as far as indoor Broken City, and then he teaches at Blue Coats. Mm. Cool. Yeah, so we'll move along here. Thanks, Jake. I actually haven't played that kind of, I guess, grid sort of breakdown in a little bit. And for the rest of you guys in your own time, make sure you are breaking those things down as far as the slow tempos. I know a lot of people immediately when they start doing their gridding stuff will, they'll do it just to do it, but kind of force yourself to go through all of the basic grids and then add the flams. But like force yourself to take all of them like like at that sort of tempo. It just does something to your brain when you can really focus in and play accurate rhythms and beautiful even sounds at that tempo. It's almost like a concentration exercise, but also like this meditative sort of state that you'll get into because you have to focus for such a long time. And that's something that's very valuable to people out there who are looking for people to be a part of their WGI lines and their DCI lines and things, and DCA, right? Triplets are like my go-to warm-up with cheeses, drags, and flam fives. Awesome. I've been practicing with the hammers. Very nice. It's when I was in high school, they came out with I guess some sticks called the Magnums, and it was what's the flam tap guy? Dennis DeLucia. Yeah. Dennis DeLucia. So they were like his signature sticks, but they morphed them into that kind of compressed dark wood that was like crazy heavy and things. So I used to chop out with those in high school. They don't really sell those anymore, but I think they sort of repurposed them and switched them up a little bit, and they call them the hammers now. I think that's what happened to them. But the shape and the actual size of the stick was what I guess used to be known as the Dennis DeLucia sticks. From Big Firth. Yeah. They are really, really heavy. You like magnitudes? Thank you. Oh, he said, I thought you meant legit hammers. Man, hey, you'd be surprised. Get those chops working. It would be terrible for your wrists. I do not advise for you to play with actual hammers, right? Now, it doesn't mean that you don't need to go help like your grandpa build his woodshed, but I wouldn't practice with hammers. It's probably not the best thing, right? Let's do a little bit of some practice going into some fivelets and things. I know that was one of the requests from yesterday and stuff. So we're going to start off basically going from 16th notes, right, or fours, whichever way you want to think about it, into actual fivelets. By the way, are there any people here who go off of the Quaver system? Let me know. Drop a comment in the over here if you do quavers, semi-quavers, semi-demi-quavers and things. And I would be interested what you guys would actually call fivelets, right? I don't think I've ever heard people express what a fivelet would be called in that particular naming system as far as notation. So if you do have the answer to that, let me know over here. I would be interested to know. And if you also want to let us know what sevens would be and nines. I just haven't heard people sort of explain those things, at least the odd sort of number groupings. Uh, so basically what we're going to have here is 4/16 notes, bop boom boom boom, bop boom boom boom, bop boom boom boom, bop boom boom boom, and we're going to go into 4 fivelets, right? Now, when you have fivelets, since it's an odd number, each one is going to be on the alternating hand. So, for right now, let's just alternate just 4 and 4 back and forth between those, and then we'll start to come up with some variations, right? 1 and 2. First variation, I'm going to put 2 accents on those 5. Now I'm going to put the accent on the first and third. We'll put it on the first and fourth now. Hey! Next variation, the first and the fifth. Next, I'm just going to accent all of them. Even on all the notes now. And it's the goal here to keep the hands nice and even It's just speeding up slightly. Same pressure in your hands. Your wrists are just moving a little bit faster. That was crazy. Anyway, so what I'm doing there is I'm thinking about two things. Thing number one is when I have those fives, I want to be able to play sure just the straight up fives with the accent on the downbeat and then all of them accented or all of them unaccented. But for me to actually for real understand fives, I need to be able to place that accent anywhere I want to. So that's why I actually started moving the accents around, right? So I had sort of that two accent idea. When I'm teaching people how to move the accents around on fives, a lot of time for reference, I'll keep the downbeat accent still there and just kind of treat it as a two accent exercise. And then the first and fourth, first and fifth. So that reference is always there where the big beats are. Then I would go back and take that out and just put the accents. So on and so forth. Then, obviously, all of this isn't going to happen all in the same at the same sort of practice time. I'll go through and put two accents in there back to back, and you can just do them straight up back to back with the fivelets, or you can do it with going from 16th notes into the fives and whatever, even within a grading format. So you have the first two, and then moving it over to start the accent on beat two. Or partial two, not beat two of the fivelet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Moving it over, starting on beat three. That business. Starting on four, your first accent will be on the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then do sort of the first and the last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So on and so forth. You can learn those kind of in a vacuum where it's just fivelets, but the greatest application is being able to go from one rhythm into that thing and then coming out of that thing into whatever the rhythm is, right? So that can be eighth notes going into it. It can be 16th notes like what we just did, going into the actual fivelets. But in real life, in the real application, when you have a fivelet figure, you're not necessarily going to have a check, or it's not going to be just surrounded by a bunch of other fivelets. You might have like one or two counts of it, and then you'll have other rhythms kind of surrounding it. So it's best to learn it and then go back and say, can I get to this with whatever accent pattern, whatever dynamics, whatever ornamentation, can I get to it from a different rhythm? And can I get out of it and play that next rhythm accurately and understand what some of those tendencies would be? So hopefully, hopefully that kind of helped with a little bit of the fivelet jams, right? Noonan Percussion, what's up, what's up, what's up? I'm interested to know who actually runs that page at Noonan Percussion. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any other questions about the fivelets and things, definitely hit me up and stuff if you need, just whatever other things. Some other suggestions with the fives is to treat them in the same way that we treat 16th notes when we deal with stick control exercises, right? A lot of people are very familiar with the Stone book, George Lawrence Stone, and his book called Stick Control, which basically goes over a lot of different um, singled and doubled stickings with 16th notes and with stuff like sextuplets and 32nd notes and things. So you can interject maybe some ideas with fivelets in there where you can like double the first two of the fivelet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just practice that and then take that off the left. That kind of thing. And then move that doubled sticking to the second two notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then move it to the third, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That type of thing. And you can continue and progress along with all of the different variations off of the right hand and the left hand with sort of a two double kind of pattern. And then if you're feeling saucy, right, go through and learn some of the stuff with kind of a three sticking pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So on and so forth. I'm just moving that 3 down. So I have the right, 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 left, left. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, And then I start with just one note here, and then these would be, that's weird. These would be my 3 notes, yes? Right, left, 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 right, right, left, 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 right, right, left, 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 right, right. And then I would have these 3, right, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left, right, right, right. So on and so forth. And you can do the same type of thing with 4 note patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That kind of business there. If you have any questions about that, definitely let me know and things. I'm not sure, I have a video called, I have a set of videos called Rhythms with Marcus, and I recorded them on some pretty late nights and things. So I'm like in my robe in my previous studio, not this one, so the one that I had before this and things, and I go over a lot of the very basic, I guess 2s to 3s, 3s to 4s, 4s to 5s, that kind of idea, and I'll take it with various accent patterns, and I'll take it also with various sticking patterns. Some of the stuff gets pretty interesting in there as far as how your sticks have to move, but it's definitely something that you can check out. There's no like backing tracks, it's not like super cool, but it's the stuff that actually make you good. And what style/genre could I use this? Really anywhere. Like if you're speaking specifically with drum set and things, the progressive side of any genre kind of has this type of stuff. Obviously, progressive rock. Obviously, there's a lot of people who play 5s in contemporary jazz, contemporary gospel types of settings. Not so much in like pop. You're not probably going to hear a 5-lit on the radio at a certain point. The amount of times that I've been asked to play a 5-lit in like a gig, like if I'm playing for an artist or if I'm playing for some sort of band or something, almost never, right? I really can't even think of one situation that I've played a 5 like on a record for somebody like in the studio or something like that. In some more contemporary orchestral pieces, I've had to play some 5-lits, but yeah, that's pretty much the extent of it. One of the main reasons, now, of course, within the marching arts, like rudimental focused drumming, you will see 5s, you will see 7s, you will see even things like 5s starting on the upbeat or the E of a beat and things, and people get very specific with that kind of stuff. And plus, I like to look at it like weightlifting or like a long distance running and stuff. When you train to do way more than what's necessary. So even on a bad day, you can show up and lay down the easy stuff and feel the groove. And since it's easy from a physical standpoint and kind of also from a mental standpoint, you can have more fluency with it. It's like people who kind of run with those parachutes behind them, or like ankle weights, or they'll put on the body vest that has extra weight. And then when they take that off and it's time for them to play the game, if they're playing football or soccer or whatever it is they're doing, their bodies just have way more fluency because they've trained to do too much. And when they back off of that, they feel free. They have the freedom to do whatever it is they want. So that's one of the reasons that I do it, and it keeps my brain sharp. And I like drums. I like rhythms. So hopefully that answers your question, Martin, and things. If you guys have any other questions, definitely let me know. Definitely hit that like button. It helps the algorithm and things. If you guys haven't checked out my We Like to Play video that I released this week, definitely do that after the actual live stream is over and things. I think I'm going to be filming another video kind of that deals with sort of flams and things that I might either release on Saturday, so tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday. It just really depends. Since the whole lockdown, shutdown thing has been going on, I've just been trying to give a lot more content out there, since I know people are kind of sitting around and are looking for things to do, including a lot of my students. So as much stuff that I can give people the ability to sit and play and get better, the better for all of us, right? I want to live in a world where musicians are out and we're doing things, right? And things. We were talking about keeping pulse inside nested tuplets and heavy modulation earlier, but how do you keep track of that in my head? I guess that's kind of a subdivision question in general, right? So one of the things that's a little bit difficult for people to do is to have more than one thing happening at a time in their brain, right? And stuff. So as you become a better and better musician, you're going to be able to hear and think about multiple things that'll be to your benefit, right? I like to think about it kind of like the government, right? Or at least here in America, the government, we have like checks and balances. So if you have like one crazy person, they don't get to make the decisions for everybody. Like there's other people who are like, nah, man, that's crazy. We have to vote on this, right? So in my brain, if I'm playing something like 16th notes, or if I'm playing whatever, sure, the 16th notes are happening in here, but there's like a quarter note that's checking it, right? And even the 16th notes are being checked in here with my hands, because a lot of times I will sing them flat. So let's say if I had some sort of accent pattern, right, that type of thing, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, that type of thing. In my brain, I'm already checking it, because I don't hear I don't hear that in my brain. I hear this, and then on top of that, I hear the downbeat. So while I'm playing this, I hear this. Notice my mouth, or what I was singing, doesn't go with the accents. It's going it's straight, and then I'm adding a little kind of sound. I don't know. On the true sort of downbeat, where the numbers go, the actual quarter note downbeats and things. Same thing if I'm playing like different rhythms that have like spaces in there, I guess, like that kind of thing. I'm hearing just straight up 16th notes. And that's what's keeping me accurate, is providing the check. Now let's say if there was a kick on that rhythm, if there's an accent on beat 2, 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, that type of thing. In my brain, I wouldn't necessarily hear that accent, right? So my 16th notes would still say the same. Notice I'm not going da 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 da. Now, a lot of times, if I'm singing out loud or if I'm demonstrating stuff for other people, I will sing it with the inflection or I will sing it with whatever the coloration is on there. But what's happening in my brain and what I've sort of trained myself to do, and a lot of other experienced players will hear it this way. They can hear it um, flat, right? Or they can hear it without the ornamentation, or they can hear the spaces or the notes that are filled in, even if there's a rest. It's just a little bit of an advanced way of subdividing, and it's what drummers at least claim to be able to do with a little bit more depth and a little bit more accuracy than other instrumentalists because we have the brain space to do that. I don't have to worry about intonation here. I don't have to worry about matching my actual tone or my sound quality via my air column and things with other people around me. Sure, we still have to worry about balance and blend, but I have the brain spaces open because I don't have to worry about tuning, right? So that's kind of the first step, being able to do that with rhythms and partials that you already understand. And then, so when you get to stuff like, you know, playing ninelets, or some people just call it a three inside of a three, right? The idea of going that sort of thing, you'll just be able to hear some of that stuff separately, right? To be able to hear the big beats. Bigga da bigga da bigga da ba, bigga da bigga da bigga da ba, right? And of course, with your playing, it'll definitely help if you're just able to sing it and maybe snap or clap or pat some of the bigger beats or the sort of check beats that you're listening to along the way. Hopefully, I can't hear ninelets to fivelets in my head. Oh, the best way. Well, Bird Boat. Do you have? Can you? Are you comfortable with fivelets in general? Like, can you get to ninelets from or fivelets from other things like eighth notes and triplets and 16th notes? And stuff. Let me know that. My volume is too low. Let me see if I can turn it up here on. I'm not sure if that'll help at all. Cool, cool, cool. I can hear them isolated like grids, but usually not in context. Awesome, awesome. Yeah. So the best way is just to go through and try every possibility of going into fives at whatever tempo that you're trying to work up to. Um, but check out the image you sent me. Where did you send the image to? Let me know, and then I can. Oh, cool, cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Samira. Hopefully, I'm actually pronouncing that right. Thank you for letting me know. Um, yeah, let me know. It's an excerpt from SCV. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. But the best way is just to make sure you can get into it and out of it with whatever rhythms possible and things, and definitely try to learn it without. Um, oh, 8 messages up. But yeah, definitely try to learn it without. I don't see any. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see any images on my end over here. So we might have to try to send it a different way. But definitely try to learn it without the ornamentation. So just take away the accents, whatever the rhythm is before it, or whatever the rhythm is after it, and just practice it like that and things beforehand. Tell me this. Oh, it's just a URL. I'm not sure they allow people to share that type of stuff. um, on here because I think they might automatically sort of take it out because they might think it's spam or something. So I don't see where that is. Yeah, I don't see that on here. Dylan, any tips on specific exercises improving the weak hand? What I would do is, especially when you're playing things like eights and whatever sort of chop out type things that you're doing, I would do something um, hmm, like 60-40, like 60% to 40%, or 70% to 30%. So let's say, or for me, even I would go like twice as much. So if you're doing something like eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I would just spend two measures on this hand, right? Bing, 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 one, bing, bing, bang, bang, two, bing, bing, bang, bang. Just as much as possible. A lot of times I would sit around while I'm like watching TV or a movie, and I would have my pad, and I would just on my weak hand, just keep it going, just moving along. And I would do what's called pulsing. So I know if I'm trying to increase the speed, I'm going to start at a comfortable sort of tempo, and then I'm going to just slightly sort of do in waves, kind of push it up. So let's say if I'm comfortable with this tempo, and I'm going to slightly push it up and then come back down. Yeah, and then slightly push it up and then come back down. Yeah, and I'm going to do that just over and over again, over and over. And you're going to start to notice two things will happen. Your little slightly pushing up parts will start to become faster when you sort of push up that wave, that tempo gets quicker. And then you're going to be able to hold, thing number two, you're going to be able to hold that top part longer. So then, if you continue to do that kind of over a few weeks, you'll start to notice that the tempo that you're comfortable with, where you're starting, will slowly start to push up. So now instead of your beginning tempo being here, maybe your beginning tempo is here, and you're comfortable with that, and you can push that up and then bring it down, and then push that up and bring it down. So just definitely just do that kind of stuff. I like to say on my idle time, because you're not really going for accuracy, you're just going for relaxation and then just moving those muscles and just for an extended period of time and things. That's thing number one. Thing number two is do sort of the lifting weight resistance portion. So like if I'm working on something like being able to play my doubles a little bit better, I'm actually going to do too much. It's not going to sound great, but I'm going to actually play like staccato buzzes, that type of stuff, making sure that it's nice and short. So I'm not trying to connect them. I'm actually playing them sort of too short. It's like press strokes, right? That kind of stuff. What that requires for your hands to do is it's too harsh and it's too much. But then when you back off of it, you'll start to notice that your hands just have more oomph. It has an extra level that it can do. Even though it doesn't sound great, it can do something way more. So when you back off of it, you'll be a lot more comfortable handling things with whatever your right or your left hand in a more comfortable way. So hopefully that answers that question, Mr. Connors, and things. I don't know. Oh, also, there was a time that I would just pretty much start everything on just the opposite hand, right? Especially things like short exercises. It depends on the kinds of things that you're playing. I wouldn't recommend trying to play like an etude type exercise that's very kind of through composed and stuff with off of the left hand. You just spend more time just trying to learn it as opposed to just working on whatever your weak hand is. But definitely if you have a simple exercise that you can convert very easily, to your opposite hand, I would definitely do that. So hopefully that answers the questions here. We've been on for about an hour and things. If you have any more questions, any more comments, go ahead and get those in and whatnot. Thank you guys for joining me for this week of liveness and things. Going forward here, what I'm probably going to try to do is just maybe have one day during the week that I'll probably try to go on live, answer questions that I've had through the week, let you guys know what's going on as far as my filming schedule and things. I have a lot of stuff to do, so it's always me trying to, sneak sort of a drumming video in here for you guys. If you guys are interested in helping to support the actual page, you can check out my Patreon and things. Most of the time I post a link in pretty much every single video that I have and things. Somebody says where I'm from. I live in sort of the Cobb County area of Georgia, which is slightly north of Atlanta, over here on the East Coast. I'm in America. Was your learning concert percussion video for Emery's Wind Ensemble? Yes, it was. So you can go check out that concert. I believe they did live stream it there. They liked me, yay! So they hired me for another concert, but unfortunately that got canceled because of COVID-19 / coronavirus or whatever you want to call it. So maybe I'll get a chance to do another concert with them. Right, it was really cool. It was really fun. The percussionist there at Emory University, which is here in Georgia. Oh, Mr. Ehrlich is your high school director. Okay, awesome. Yeah, he's an awesome guy and things, and I really respect his musical opinions and stuff. Gotta head out. Thanks for the broadcast. Thank you, Bird Boat. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I played with them first semester. Awesome. Cool, Prophet. Yeah, hey, man. I'll hope to get to maybe play with you if they happen to need 2 people or something in one of the concerts. So maybe I'll get to meet you live and in person. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And things. So yeah, that'll be really cool and whatnot. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to maybe do this at least once a week kind of going forward and whatnot. And I'll probably maybe make just kind of a post question or maybe a poll to see what day would be the best day sort of during the week or on the weekends that we can all kind of get together and do this, and then what specific times would be pretty good for you guys. Most likely for me, it'll be either on like a Wednesday or like a Saturday, maybe a Sunday evening or something like that, that it'll be. So moving away for college. Oh, hey, college is great though. Go get that education, whoop, 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 and stuff. And there's drums everywhere, right? And we can always meet here on the internets. Worldwide. Other than that, as always, it's a beautiful day for music. It's a wonderful day for sound. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.